In the past few years, we've seen more and more research that shows the importance of the nervous system and neurology in preconception and prenatal care. This can include delivery, it can include recovery after having the birth, and all these things are super exciting. And being a prenatal pediatric and family chiropractor, we utilize all these things. The new technology that I want to talk about today is heart rate variability technology. It's unique because the HRV measures what we call our adaptive response to our environment. And when you're pregnant, having a baby, growing a baby, that can be stressful. And so that adaptability, that reserve, your battery power can really go up and down, not just how you're feeling, but how you're functioning. This can be a game changer in helping us measure this, set a baseline, develop a care plan to help you have the pregnancy you're looking for, to help you have the delivery you are hoping for, and to help you have the recovery you're hoping for. So we want to look at this in the lens of not just preconception, but all the way through of how we help you have the absolute best neurologically based pregnancy that you can. So as we dive into this HRV, this will really help you see the impact it can make really at the cause of the struggle. Here's what HRV is measuring. HRV is measuring the autonomic nervous system. Now, the autonomic nervous system is what measures everything that happens in your body. I like to say subconsciously, right? The heart that beats, the lungs that breathe, the hormones that work, the digestive process that just goes on. All of those things underneath the surface is controlled by the branch of the autonomic nervous system from the brain to the body, primarily the vagus nerve. Now, what's unique about the vagus nerve is the vagus nerve tells our body to either be in a sympathetic stress state or a parasympathetic rest or relaxed state. Those are the two main branches of that ANS. Now, we want to track how that's functioning because, as you know, when you're in a stress state, the nervous system isn't in growth mode. It's not in development mode. It's not in, okay, I'm going to do the best thing for those internal functions. I am going to be more in focus on what's here now, the fight or flight or the protective system. This is why having that balance in preconception and during pregnancy in those prenatal periods are so valuable, because that ANS is essential for hormone balance, regulated menstrual cycles for men, sperm count, egg generation for females. All of those things and all of those cycles are built on that autonomic nervous system's ability to routinely function and not have to pull from one system to the other. Therefore, if we're working on pregnancy, we have to measure this. And that's truly what HRV does. So I want to dig in this, but what I want to show you today on this when I share the screen here is this is a test, but this is a test that we did with Cassie. And Cassie was someone we were working with in our practice. She already had a son and she was trying to have her second child, and her husband were really struggling with conception. And she came to us to ask and said, hey, like nervous system wise, what can we do? Because we've done everything. We're taking the vitamins, we're doing the supplements, we're exercising, we're trying to get plenty of sleep. We're trying to do everything we can to help, but we want to see what our nervous system and our neurology looks like. This here is an HRV test. And this HRV test, what it looks at is it looks at the nervous system's ability to adapt in two separate ways. This up or down right here on this first scan of Cassie shows what we call the autonomic activity. That autonomic activity shows how much reserve or how much body battery you have. So when we see this reading as a little bit lower, that means the nervous system's a little more tired out. It's a little more worn down. It might not be getting the sleep. It might not be getting the restful sleep or the relaxation that it needs. Now, the second thing we look at in this reading is this balance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. So you can see in Cassie's scan, she's more over here on this sympathetic side. That means her nervous system, balance-wise, is deviating more towards that stress stuck on, that fight or flight, that protective response. Pretty common when you have a toddler running around, you're busy with work, you're trying to exercise, you're trying to get everything done all day. That doesn't leave a lot of room for your autonomic system to say, hey, let's relax, let's calm down, let's start something new, let's, get pregnant, grow a baby, do all of those other things, because the nervous system is in that fight or flight mode. So as we started to care for Cassie, and we do this scan throughout our care plan. We do it every 12 visits. And so this right here is her first scan. This is after 1 month here, her second scan. And this is after two months, her third scan. You can see this steady progression as the nervous system first starts to calm that sympathetic tone, move closer to this middle line, meaning that that stress stuck on cycle is starting to balance out. That vagus nerve is saying, hey, I can be more on that parasympathetic. I can be more rest, relax, digest. The things that Cassie realized during this, sleeping a little bit better, digestion worked a little bit better. She also had a lot of anxiety and stress and worry, and that started to calm down too. Mood and energy came up as that started to balance. And then what we started to see is those softer signs, sleeping better, digesting better, hormones are more regulated. We start to see in this third scan, this autonomic activity starts to come up. And when we get closer to this green section, what that means is there's more body battery. There's more reserve to the nervous system. And then there's more reserve to the nervous system. It's in growth and development. You have the absolute best chance of pregnancy, of being relaxed, of being in that rest mode, and having that really just be more refueling for your body instead of the stress stuck on all the time. And what's really cool about Cassie is about 2 months after we started to get this up through her care plan, she actually reported that she got pregnant. She got pregnant with her second child. And so that's really cool. But again, when we look at the care that we put in, it's not about the symptoms or struggles. It's about looking at that nervous system in a deeper way and saying, okay, this gives the nervous system the best chance, the best adaptability, the best reserve to be able to accomplish the things we want to do when that sympathetic system's turned on and the nervous system has more space to adapt in it. What's really, really cool when we look at these insight scans is we not only use them just to show you the function of your nervous system, is we use them in our office clinically to develop our care plans, to develop what we do, how we adjust, and how we really work through the management of your care plan. And, preparing for a child can be one of the most rewarding, exciting things. But when you feel like you're doing too much, when you feel like you're more stressed, that's the time to look at and say, okay, how is my nervous system doing? Because if that is just out of balance, if it's more drained, if it's more worn out, then that exciting time becomes a little more anxious, a little more scary, a little more overwhelming, or a little more worrisome. And that's why tracking your neurology can be so, so helpful. That's why I love HRV. I love this test. I love it for not only through that pregnancy journey, but also massive for recovery, because moms and dads, we know that caring for kids post that time can even be more difficult and more draining. And so this scan and this technology helps us see that. Keeps our nervous system on track, keeps our energy high, keeps our sleep good, and keeps us rocking in life so we can be the best parents and have the awesomest families and reserves that we absolutely can. So if you have questions about this, we would love to reach out. We'd love to help you with it. We'd love to customize it to you and to what you're struggling with. The nervous system is oftentimes the missing piece because we just don't think about those things that are always on autopilot, right? That autonomic nervous system, that autopilot of the body, oftentimes get overlooked. So we would love to look into this for you. We'd love to help you with your challenges, whatever they may be. So reach out, give us a call, shoot us a direct message, and we would love to help. God bless. Hope this finds you well, and I will see you guys. Take care.